Good evening, everyone. We are now live in Autodesk Community Philippines YouTube channel and Facebook page for basics in AutoCAD 2D and 3D modeling. I am inviting everyone to please do like and share our live stream now. And if you know someone that will benefit in this workshop, kindly invite them to attend here. And if you guys want a certificate of event participation, I am inviting everyone to register in the form down below on the description. And also I'll be posting the registration form in the comment section. So I'll be giving a few minutes for all of you to register now.
Experience the power to design, build, create, the power to turn ideas into reality, and the power to do it all better and faster than ever before. Welcome to the future of design. Welcome to AutoCAD 2022. AutoCAD is a CAD leader with best-in-class 2D drafting and 3D design, trusted by millions of designers and drafters. And AutoCAD 2022 is leading the next generation of design by tapping into intelligent automation technology to empower designers like never before. By automating time-consuming tasks, enabling users to focus on the most valuable design work. By including features like Count that eliminate manual counting and errors. Or with Trace, a feature that streamlines collaboration and reviews without altering the existing drawing. And to accomplish industry tasks faster and with more precision, AutoCAD's industry-specific toolsets could help users realize impressive productivity gains averaging 63%. And because Autodesk products are made to work together, projects designed in AutoCAD work seamlessly across tools and teams. Leverage the power of AutoCAD, no matter the place or platform. Mac, PC, laptop, mobile, and cloud. In the office or in your home. The included web and mobile apps in AutoCAD 2022 let you work wherever, whenever, or on whatever device you want. And using the cloud storage platform that you prefer. From the job site to your backyard, keep your projects on track while away from the office with the AutoCAD mobile app. Design, edit, and access your DWGs right on your mobile device. And for essential CAD drafting tools from any computer, there's the AutoCAD web app. Simply log in and get to work in a web browser, connecting to your DWG files in Autodesk Drive, Autodesk Docs, and third-party cloud storage providers, drafting with the same precision and fidelity you've come to expect. The 2022 AutoCAD connected experience across desktop, web, and mobile also features Share, which delivers peace of mind by providing control over who can access and edit your files. AutoCAD. The tools you desire, the innovation you deserve.
So we are back. Once again, I'm inviting everyone to please do like and share our live stream. Hello, everyone. I am your co host and tech support for this event. And my name is Charles Luis Trinidad, a student ambassador in Autodesk Community Philippines. I'll be adding our event host for tonight. Hi, Jade.
Hi, Charles. Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Jade Kathleen Mendoza, a student ambassador in Autodesk Community Philippines. So, everyone is encouraged to raise questions during and after the presentation of our guest lecturer. And feel free to leave your question at the comment section. And let me share my screen. Okay, I'm inviting everyone to join Autodesk AutoCAD User Group Philippines on Facebook and Autodesk AutoCAD User Group Philippines on LinkedIn.
Jade, I think
And
we are all set to officially start the event. You may now introduce our guest speaker for this event.
okay, thank you, Charles. It is
Go
my
on, Jade.
pleasure to introduce our guest speaker. So, all the way from Romania, he is a young and enthusiastic engineer who is striving to merge rule based reasoning with outside the box thinking. Everyone, please join me in welcoming Engineer Marius Alexander Paduraru. Let us all greet him with magandang gabi as we say in Filipino.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this
Magandang gabi, Marius.
good
We are
invitation.
delighted to have you here. And
Hello,
we are
people.
delighted to have you
I'm
here,
lovely to
Marius,
be
and
here
we
and to speak
appreciate
with
you
you.
taking the time to help us put this event together. How are you
Thank you
doing,
so much for
Marius?
your invitation. I'm doing good. Thank you for your question. I'm very happy to be here in this day, and I love to show a lot of people how to handle and how to use the AutoCAD 2D and 3D tools and how to draw perfectly.
That's great. And I hope everyone is well tonight, despite the impact of the rainy season and the latest COVID variant here in the Philippines and all of the personal matters we are all dealing with. Jade, you might as well greet Marius.
Hello, Marius.
Hello, Jade.
So
Hello.
many of us here are delighted to meet you. We are all interested in knowing more about your expertise as a design engineer, and we would like to know a little background about your education. Would you be kind to share it with us?
Sure, no problem. Well, I'm an electrical engineering right now in this moment, and I'm still I have this function for more than some years, and I'm very proud that I finished a technical university. I study many fields. For example, civil engineering. The main activity was building services, and I study in other country of Europe. I study also mechanical engineering, and that I am very proud because in my last jobs I also work a lot with AutoCAD. So this is why I have 5 years of experience in AutoCAD.
That's awesome, Marius. So, how is the COVID situation there on Romania?
The situation here is very good because Romania now is focusing on building a lot of buildings, and we need this kind of services. So to draw buildings, to draw all the building services installation. That I mean, for example, electrical systems, plumbing system, thermal system, air conditioning, and so others. So we are very busy in building and making our country even much better.
Mm. So, I believe everyone here is now ready to learn and is looking forward to seeing your presentation. Are you ready, Marius?
I am ready. I am prepared.
So, you can now share your screen.
Yes. I hope everything is good. You can see my screen. So let me begin. First of all, I want to present to how to open the program. Currently, I am using the MacBook version because I saw that a lot of students prefer using a MacBook or a macOS system instead of a Windows. So today it is the good day that I can show to all the people how to handle correctly and very simple this interface. So we have when we open the program, we have this window. Here you can select many things, and it depends what you need. For example, here you have to continue with work if you want to continue on a DVD that you previously made, or to start a new system. For example, when you click here at new, you have a bunch of options. The most common one, it is the AutoCAD, the name, plot, style. So this is the basic one, the very simplest one, and everybody should click on it. But on the other hand, I prefer doing a CAD ISO, because the only difference between those two options is that when you click on it, you have put or set the automatically measurement system. For example, in my case, I am from Europe, and I'm using metrical system. So let's go for it. Double click on it or click on it and go to open, and it will open the entire drawing system here. So I want to start first of all with this interface, because this is the 2D interface. Later we will speak about the 3D one. So in the 2D interface, we have here a ribbon area in many parts. For example, this one, it will be the first one. The second one with the commands. This one, it will be with the short commands. For example, basic commands like save as, to open something, to undo, to redo, to print, to plot, to import, to export, and so on. So you have bunch of very quick settings, and these settings you have here also in this tab, in this panel. So you see open, close, import, attach, save as, and so other. You got the idea. Now in this ribbon area, you have the most basic commands for 2D drawing. For example, the line, for example, the circle, a rectangle, how to hatch a surface, how to make an intelligent block, how to move something or to copy it or to rotate. I will show you right away all these features. In the other side here, we have another fast commands that we are using. For example, to have this grid display. You see it now, we don't have it. It is just to help us. Or to have here this ortho mode that it will help us previously to draw straight lines, so lines with 90 degrees angle. And here, for example, to show or to hide the thickness of the lines, and much more. Here in this part, you will see the command bar, and I will show you right away what it means. So this one, the biggest part of my screen, it is the working space, so the background. Here we will draw and we will put our ideas into effective drawings. So let me begin. First of all, I would like to show you three simple ways how to draw, because AutoCAD it's a very big program and you have a bunch of options. For example, I want to draw just a simple line. In order to do that, I can click here at this button, and you see that it is written here line. So I click on it and I start to draw. And then I press escape, because it doesn't matter. You can press escape in this program for how much as you want, because it is perfectly fine. As I said before, this one, it is the ortho mode, so it helps me to draw straight lines. For example, if I will draw it again, it will be also with an angle, so it is perfect also. Another way to draw something, you can see here that there is written here the command line. So I can barely write line on my keyboard. I will press enter and I can do the same thing. It is basically the same, or I can write it in every corner at here the background. In other words, I can write line here, also the command bar, because how it is also the name, it is a command bar. So I can write here the line. It's also the same. Or if I have a shortcut, because the AutoCAD have also a lot of shortcuts, instead of writing line, so 4 letters, I can write just the L from line, and automatically I will pick the one that I need. Okay, let's delete those ones. Now I show you how to draw a line. It is very simple, it is very funny, and now another way to draw a line is to a perfect line. Maybe, for example, let's say I want to draw a line on an angle of 45 degrees, of 45 degrees angle, and to have a length of 100 units. But Before doing that, I want to say to you that before every single drawing, the units are very, very important. In order to manage the units, you need to write units and to press enter, because it is another command. So here it will appear a window full of options. For those of you who don't have a macOS, don't be scared, because usually I use just the written commands, so you don't need this actually taskbar. So just write the commands and everything will be fine. And for example, this window, it will be also very similar to the Windows version. So now it will appear here a Windows full of options, as I said you before, and here you have the type. I will select personally decimal. You can also select scientific, engineering, architectural. It depends of your domain of activity. Precision, I can let it with 4 decimals, but I usually work with 2. It also fine to use also with 1 or with many if you work, for example, in kilometers, let's say. But I will let it just with 2 decimals for today. Light intensity units. I'm from Europe, and I believe the most of the world are from countries that are using the metrical system. So I will let it in international instead of inch or something like this. Speaking about inch now, because I will draw today 3 drawings in 2D that they are pretty small. They are kind of mechanical parts. I will let our drawing, instead of inches or meters or kilometers, I will let it just in centimeters. The angle that we will draw, it will be in decimal degrees. So to write a simple number. And the precision, I can let it also with 1 decimal or with 2 decimal. It doesn't matter. It depends on how hard or how harsh we want to be with us. The clockwise, I will let it unchecked, because I want to draw in the trigonometrical way. And then I will press OK, and we are ready to go. I showed you previously how to draw a line. Now I want to show you, for example, another very useful command, how to draw a circle. So here there is the button for the circle, or instead of it, you can write circle and press enter. For the circle or for every command, you should read what it is written here in the command bar. Specify center point to circle. Send. We will pick a point and we will select. As you see here, we will draw a circle, and we have them, and we can choose basically the length for the radius. And for example, let's say a circle with a radius of 100. Let's press enter. Now we have a circle with 100 radius. In order to manage, you can double click on the mouse wheel and to make our drawing as much as we can. Or if you want to move the drawing, very important aspect that I almost forgot is to hold the mouse wheel and to rotate the drawing. It is a very important step, and you can make it right away. Now, for example, let's say I don't want to draw a circle with a radius of 100. I want to draw a circle with a diameter of 100. In order to do that, I'll write again the circle command. I will place it wherever I want, and now you can see here, specify radius or diameter. And I could write diameter, or I can write just D from diameter, and I press enter. And now it is measured, as you see, the length of this diameter. So I can write now 100 and press enter. So you see, it is obvious that it will be doubled. And let's go on. For example, I want to draw a rectangle. Instead of doing 4 lines, so I want to line command, and I want to have straight lines, as I said you before. I will go here the ortho command, or I can write ortho with the keyboard. And let's say a line of 100. Enter, and the command, it is still active. You see, 100 again, 100 again, and I came back from the starting point. But as you see here, I have a little endpoint here. So in order to do that, I will click on it, and then I will press escape, or I can press right click, OK. But you see that I had there a little green square green. So for that, I can go here at these settings, another important command, which bunch of options. For example, in order what I'm doing or what I need to do, I have here more options. In my case, I needed endpoint. If I unclick it or I uncheck it, I cannot see it anymore. But usually, you don't need to work with all of them. But if you are a very complex user, it is basically you will need basically all of them. So you have endpoint, midpoint, center, geometric center, node, quadrant, intersection. In the following drawings, also I will show you how to apply around 6 or 8 of them. So I will press OK. Now, let's say here I have 4 lines. You see it, there are 4 objects. But look, for example, I selected one object and I will go here at the panel, or I can press Control 8, this combination of key. And there is written here, line, properties. So line, it is one object. If I will select 2, there will be 2 lines. But if I want to have just one single object and I need a polyline, let's combine them and let's use 2 lines, for example, and let's apply the join command in order to have now one single object. So in this way, we will gain some time if you need to copy this part. So let's say I want to construct and to have one single object through this all 4. So I select all 4 and I will press the join command. And now instead of 4 lines, I have one single line, which is called also a polyline. Okay, and now I want to copy it, for example. Let's use the copy command. So it is already selected, copy, select the center point or something, a reference point, and you can copy it. It doesn't matter where it is or how long is it. In order to move them, for example, I want to move them, select all of them and write move command and move them where you need. Good. For the next set, so here I have the draw tab. Now I have the hatch. For example, I need to have the hatch and to use the hatch of earth. I can click on it or I can write hatch. As I said before, that every command you can also write, not just to click on it. You will gain in this way much time. And for example, I want to choose another one. So open library and I will write here earth. I will click on it and voila, I have now the earth here. It's very simple, it is very usual. Okay, so now another interesting fact, and then I'll move on to the drawings. Let's say I want to move this one in a lot of places. So you know now, okay, I selected, I copied, I pick a reference point, let's deactivate the ortho command, and I place it here and here. Okay, let's say I want to have a little modify. So I pick up the hatch, move command, and I will move it. I'm not happy because I want to have the same feature also on the other side. In order to do that, I will go to the undo or to press Control Z key, and I will select it. I will make an intelligent block. So I selected, I press block, press enter, and now it will appear another window. For example, let's write here the block name, Earth, I will call it. Then select objects. I select not just the hatch, but also this polyline and press enter. Now I will create the block. And the beauty of this part is that you gain a tremendous amount of time. For example, I select this part, I copy it, and now I put it wherever I want. And the beauty, as I said to you at this part, let's say I want to have a little modify. So I press on it, and now I can go here and to make a modify. For example, to add another rectangle. So you can press here or to write rectangle, and I will create a rectangle over it. Now I close it, save the changes, yes, and this is the beauty that I was talking about. So here I have the same drawing, but I have in every single one. So it is much more efficient, and I cannot lose a lot of time in this way. And here I have also other options. For example, dimension. I want to measure something. I can go here to the dimension, and I can select to dimension something. And you see, I have 100, as I said before. But enough with this presentation, enough with this talking. Let's start to do something productive. So to work and to draw something. I am prepared for you today with 3 drawings in the 2D. So here I have. Let's start with the first one because it is a very simple and a very common one. So let's go back. In order to do this, I will open a new tab here, a new template. I will create already the ortho mode, and I will change into grid display to have a better view. Good. Let's have a look again to our drawing. So we will start now with these 2 circles because you know now how to construct them. So I have 2 circles, a circle with a diameter of 80 and another one with a diameter of 40 units. So let's go. Let's write circle, and now we'll write 0, 0 because it is a very important remark that to start from the origin, from the XY axis, from this origin, enter, and we will write D from diameter 80 units. double click on the mouse wheel now, and we have, starting from the origin, a circle with a diameter of 80 units. Let me show again. So this one, it will be our circle. The next one, we need to have to draw it from the same center point, a circle with a diameter of 40 units. In order to do that, let's go back and let's write again. We have here two possibilities. So circle, and you can go shortly like this, and automatically you will find the center point, which is located here, or you can write again 0, 0. D from diameter again, you see, to measure the diameter and write 40 units. Now, the other thing that we must do is to work on this one. So we will create this line in order to gain these two circles again. So we have here a distance of 30 plus 30, so that means a total of 60 units. So our task now is to draw a line of 60 units. Let's go. So write the line command. Starting from the origin, you can click on here because it is automatically detect the center point, or write again 0, 0. My advice for you, and especially for all the beginners, is to help as much as you can from the origin, because it will help and it will gain a lot of time and a lot of energy. So trust me. So we have the line now, and we will write 60 units and press enter, and then escape to finish the command, because the command, it is still active. Now, from this point, from this end point, actually, our duty now is to work and is to draw these two circles. So a circle with a diameter of 30 units and a circle with a radius of 30 units. So let's go back. Let's write circle, starting from this point, so not from the origin for this time, and write just 30, because this one, it will be with a radius of 30. Now, when it comes to diameter, write again circle, starting from this point, and press D from diameter 30 units. Okay, now it is enough with this part. Let's add these two lines. In order to construct this line from this point, because it is a specific point, exactly a quadrant of the exterior circle, and we will belong it until it will reach this distance. So let's delete now this part, delete this line, and write line again. Starting from this quadrant, you see this green quadrant here, and make it longer. It doesn't matter how long is it. And now, in order to do that, copy it. So select it, copy it, and very important, we will specify the reference point to be here in this quadrant, and copy in the other side as well to reach the quadrant 2. Now select the entire drawing and press the trim command, or you can press just T, the letter T, and delete these extra parts. Good. Now we can handle all this part, so it is the time to trim also this part. So we will construct now a line exactly in the middle, and we will make a parallel line of 30 units. So we will offset it. I will show you right away how it is. So we will write a line. We will start from the origin, so 0, 0, and we will make a line. It doesn't matter how long is it, but we will extend it. For this, use the extend command and select this surface or this one. But in our case, you can also copy this one, copy command, and place it exactly here. And as I showed you before, to have one single line, select this one, select the other one, and press the join command to have one single line. As you see, we have 3 points here, not 6 or 5. Good. Now, the line is already selected. Apply the offset command. So the offset command, it is a command for the parallel lines. Offset it. Now write 30 units, because this is the distance, and select each side you want to have. I want to have in the right side. Okay, escape. And now it is the time to trim. But in order to do that, let's delete all the extra parts. So delete this line. We don't need it anymore. And here we need to have this line, you see it, until here. So keep it in mind, select the entire drawing, Control A, trim, because it is way faster. Also this little part, this tiny part. Okay, the same thing in the other direction. Good, let's delete these arches. Boom, okay, escape, select this arch and delete it. Now our drawing, it is half done, but we are very clever people, and let's do another command, so the mirror command, because it is basically, it is a mirror. So copy this part that you want to mirror it, enter, and read every time which is written right here, specify first point of mirroring line. So we need to draw now the mirroring line. In order to do that, let's select, for example, this plan, or it doesn't matter the point. Be sure you have the ortho command active, because I will show you right now to have an idea. So if I don't have this command active, you see it is not a perfect mirror. So in order to do that, I will activate, I will press at the point, it doesn't matter where, and I will be asked erase source object, and I will press no, because otherwise if I will press yes, this part, it will be automatically deleted and I still need it. Select the entire drawing now again, press the trim command because it's faster to select the entire one, and delete this part. And voila, our drawing now it's complete. You can see it is the same drawing. Good. I hope this example was clear. Let's begin and let's go furthermore. We have another one prepared here for the 2D part. So I will make it full screen. Okay, so look at it. Now we will start with this drawing with these two circles again. So in every part, just focus on the biggest side because it is the most important and it is much way faster to do it. So select this part. So go to this circle. So we have here a circle with a diameter of 36 units and a circle with a diameter of 60 units. Let's don't change the template. We have enough space here. So let's move the origin instead, because this one could be very helpful. So go to the origin. I will zoom it a little bit and select here move origin only. So we will move it in other side of the 3D parts. So please be kind, have patience. Let's write again. So a circle with a diameter of 36 and 60 units. So keep it in mind. But in our case, there are centimeters. So circle 0, 0 to start from the origin, B from diameter 36. Now, circle again, 0, 0 to start again from the origin, B from diameter 60. Let's have a look again. 60, 36, okay, everything is perfect. Now, let's draw another line. So here we have another line of 125 units in order to reach this point and these two circles. So a circle with a diameter of 12 and a radius of 12. Let's do that. So let's zoom in. I'll write line 0, 0 to start from the origin. As I said, 125 units. Press escape. From this point, the magic will happen again. So circle, starting from this point, write 12. This one, it will be the big one. The circle with a radius of 12. Circle again from the same point, from diameter 12 again. So now we have these two circles. Now let's construct the biggest circle in this drawing. You see here that we have a radius of 65 units in order to reach these 3 little circles. We will start from the same center as the other two circles. So keep it in mind, a radius 65, a pretty big circle actually for our drawing. So circle, we can start from the origin, 0, 0, and now we will write 65 units because we need the radius, not the diameter. And here it will be our first one, but you have to pay attention, I suppose. And here we have 4 circles with a diameter of 12, here, here, and here. And on this side, we have also the circle of 12. So let's copy it. Let's be a little bit intelligent or more intelligent, and let's copy it. Select this one, copy it. Go here from this point, because this one, it will be the base point. And in order to know where it is, this circle, let's be a little bit funnier. So let's go here, and now you see that we have here an angle of 30 degrees. In order to reach this angle, we must construct another line, a line with a radius of 30 in order to reach this circle too. So we will go here in this point, we will write a line again, and let's deactivate the ortho command. We will go here, and as you see, I am free to do a line, but pay attention to me and apply the Alt key. So press Shift and Alt key, and now I have more options. So now I will press the length. The length, let's say it will be 100. It doesn't matter too much. 100, then press the Tab key, and you see Now the 100 length, it is blocked, so it doesn't matter how long I want to be because it is blocked on 100. Now the only thing that it depends, it is the angle. And let's be clever here. So this is 270 degrees. I need to add an addition 30 degrees angle, and 270 degrees plus 30 degrees, that means 300. So we will write 300 degrees and press enter. Press escape, and here in this point, at this intersection point, we need to copy the circles. So copy these two circles, copy it. In this center, it will be the reference point, and we will place it like this in this intersection. Good. Now select this line, select this circle, and delete them because we don't need it anymore. Let's have a look again to our drawing. So here we need to have a radius of 12 units, and here a radius of 54 units. So fillet, because this is the command for the radius, fillet. And now let's read. Select first object, or polyline radius trim multiple. In our case, it will be radius. We can write radius, or we can write just R. I will show you right away. But first of all, I will write radius. Press enter. Select the objects now, or specify, look, specify fillet radius. I will write here because it is need, I will write 12 units. Let's go back, 12 units, enter. Okay, I have a little problem here, but it doesn't matter. Fillet, air from radius, 12, enter. And now select first object. This one it will be. Select the second one, and this one it will be, and automatically I have the perfect radius that I need. In the other side, I have here a radius of 54 units. You see it. Let's apply it. Now you know properly how to do it. Fillet, radius, 54 units. Select this circle and the next one. Good. Everything now it's perfect. Okay, let's have a look again. We don't need it basically anymore, but let's do it in the other side. And you guessed it, we will use the mirror command. Mirror, like just all the parts that you want to mirror it. Enter mirroring line. We can start from the origin, we can start from this endpoint, we can start from this center, it doesn't matter. Erase our subject, no. Okay, now delete this line. And select the entire drawing, use the trim command, and delete extra parts that you don't need it. Okay, let's have a final look, and here it is. Our drawing is again complete. I hope all the explanations are clear, but for extra step, I want to show you something that maybe it will help you. So here I have an arch, here I have a circle or an arch again, here I have another circle. So I have more objects. Select the entire one and write join command. And now you see I have one single boundary here. It's very important, but it is very easy. Good. This drawing is done. Let's move to the other one. The third one and the last 2D drawing for today. It looks nice, but we can handle it very easily. This one is a little bit harder, but I will show you another commands and I will show you how easy it is after that. So let's move the origin again now. Move origin only. Activate the ortho command if you want. It doesn't matter in our case. Okay, and now we are ready to go. So this object, we will start here through a circle right here. So this circle with a radius of 20, starting exactly from the origin. You know, it is not something hard. It is already fine. So circle with a radius of 20, and then we will add a line of, here we have 80, so we will divide it by 2. It will be 40 units. So circle 0, 0 to start from the origin, and we will write 20 units. Now construct a line again from the origin, so you got it, 0, 0 again, and we will write here 40 units. Press enter, and now you can right click on it and to press enter, or you can press escape. Here we need to construct another little circle, a circle with a diameter of 10 units, and the other one, if you are making the calculation, the other one, it will be with a radius of 10 units. So we'll construct 2 circles of 1. So circle Not 0,0 because it is not the origin for this time. We will write d from diameter. You see now, I measured the diameter and I'll write 10 units. On the other hand, I need to construct another one. So write circle in this part. And because this one, it will be bigger, I will just write 10. So here it is. Now I will use, you got it, the mirror line again, or the mirror command again. But let's construct the other parts. So now we need to construct this one, a line of 45 units, 75 minus 30, and a line of 30 units. Let's go. Line 0,0. The first one I said 45, and the command, it is still active. And we will write 30 again, because it's basically the continuing of this line. And here we will go in the right side because we focus on this side, and we will go with a distance of 60 divided by 2, 30 units. Line 30 units. Press enter. Okay. Here we need to have two circles. So a circle with a radius of 10, and here it is 4 times a circle like this, so it will be also 10 and 10. But let's be clever and let's copy those two. Again, in this way, again, time. So copy it here. It doesn't matter if you have the ortho command active or not, because you can handle it. You saw it. It is not a problem. Now, go here, and you see that we need to have a little line. So after I made that 45 length line, I need to have here a line of 12 to 15 units, and then to reach this quadrant. So select again, be sure. So it is okay. It is kind of in this area. We got it. We'll write line. Starting from this point, we need to find the endpoint. Okay, here it is. Ortho command active. Ortho command, it is active, perfect, write 15, press escape. Now, as I said before, we need to unify this point with this endpoint. So write again line, starting from this, and try to reach the quadrant. I will show you now a little secret. So pay very much attention. Right or press the shift key, now the right button of the mouse. And I can select, and I'll go here with quadrant. Here it is. Escape. Okay, everything is perfect now. So I have this part. Let's trim a little bit our drawing to be much easy to be seen. So select this part, trim. Okay, here it is. You can delete this line, but pay very much attention. Here it is not everything all right. For this one, select this part, trim it. Until here it will be unified. The same thing, we must do it in the other direction, but instead of it, let's draw this little arch here. So this little arch, it will be a radius of 20 on the exterior circles. So right here, fillet, air from radius 20 units. I cannot, it is a problem, so I will show you, and again, fillet air from radius 20 units. Maybe it is because I have here a little line, but let's mirror it and then we will do it. So I believe it's too big, but it doesn't matter. Let's go and mirror it and do it in the other side. So let's copy these two, actually these 4 circles. Select those of one, mirroring line, this point, array source object, no. Oh, I must also mirror this part. So mirror, same mirroring line, no, like this part, trim, and trim also this little side. Wonderful. Okay, here at the button, we need a radius of 40 units. Select air from radius 40 units. Good, you can delete this line. Let me show again. So here, okay, this line also must be deleted. And let's construct, for example, here, this part. So we need to have here another circle with the radius of 30 units from the same center. Delete this one. Circle 0, 0, radius of 30, so write just 30 and press enter. Now, in order to have this big arch here, because it is a very important command, for the Windows user, you have something here in this place on the circle, but I have here a draw circle and I have more options. For the Windows user, you'll see, you'll have in that part in the left side. And I need here tangent, tangent, tangent. So a circle here, a tangent, the second tangent and the third one. And voila, you see, I have here a big circle, and now the only mission that I have is to trim. So select the entire drawing, trim. Let's trim this part, and the magic will happen. Good. Delete the circle. Okay, and now on this one too. And now let's focus on the final part to gain this radiuses. So radius of 20. Oh, I got it. I forgot to align here to make it, but look, it is very important. So a line on a parallel of 10 units. So for this offset command, 10 units, pick up this line and copy it. The command is still active. Select the other one and pick it. Good. Now it is the magic time. It is the time to make magic. So here we have a radius of 20 and here a radius of 15. Let air from radius 20 units. Like this line and the circle. You can previously see it. The same thing, we'll do it in the other side. Let air from radius 20 units. Side here we have another. Let air from radius 15. Write 15. Same thing, let air from radius 15. Good. And I believe our drawing now is finally complete. But let's delete this part. Select the entire one, trim. Let's focus on it. Okay, and the drawing is perfect. We have here perfectly 3 drawings made. I hope they are good for you. I was very understandable, and I hope now you'll know how to draw perfectly, especially in the 2D side, because the 2D it's much more simple compared to 3D. But don't be discouraged, because the 3D it will be also as easy as possible with my guidance.
Okay, everyone. Once again, we are encouraging you to raise questions. If you have concerns regarding our topic, you may post your questions on the comment section. So, Marius, I can see that some of our viewers have already sent in their questions. So, we have here a question from Vedrat Kelkar. Their question is, how do we geolocate drawing in AutoCAD?
The geolocation is out in AutoCAD. It is a very important step, especially for engineering who are working with specific points. For example, in my previous job, I was using it, and I use some commands which are the most important ones. So this is map insert. This is a command which is you can help you very much to have an ortho map, for example, and you want to plot it on or to put it into workspace. In order to do that, we use map insert or X attach, and you will be able to put it there with all the points with the perfect coordinates. I mean GPS coordinates.
Okay, everyone, for the time being, you can take a little break or grab a snack, and we will be back in 3 to 5 minutes.
Experience the power to design, build, create. the power to turn ideas into reality, and the power to do it all better and faster than ever before. Welcome to the future of design. Welcome to AutoCAD 2022. AutoCAD is a CAD leader with best-in-class 2D drafting and 3D design, trusted by millions of designers and drafters. And AutoCAD 2022 is leading the next generation of design by tapping into intelligent automation technology to empower designers like never before. By automating time-consuming tasks, enabling users to focus on the most valuable design work. By including features like Count that eliminate manual counting and errors. Or with Trace, a feature that streamlines collaboration and reviews without altering the existing drawing. And to accomplish industry tasks faster and with more precision, AutoCAD's industry-specific toolsets could help users realize impressive productivity gains.
My name is Mr. McCluskey, and your minds now belong to me.
Huntley Boarding School for Boys just hired its newest teacher.
Books? You choose to read those books? I think not. It's time to strike out in your own minds.
Audiences and critics are raving about Mr. McCluskey's Method, the new film from acclaimed director Autodesk.
Close those books. Close them! And choose your own path. Except for you, Thorndike. You keep reading. How can you design your future if you only read ancient stories of yesteryear? You need to live in the now, to create and visually communicate. How else will people see your glorious vision if not visually? Explore the rich colors of life in beautiful 3D.
Jensen Coswell of the Chicago Tribune hails Mr. McCluskey's Method as a classic, one of the best motion pictures I've ever seen or ever will see.
Harrison! Is your house flat? According to this, it's a square with a triangle on top. I ask you, whoever designed their dreams in 2 dimensions? Welcome to the digital age, boys. This is how you surpass your antiquated competition. Not with a crayon, or a pencil, or a single tool on a desktop, but with a suite of instruments that will give you all the design cred you need. Visually communicate your ideas in 3 dimensions. Share them with friends. Take your designs with you wherever you go. It is time to stop acting like Neanderthals or public school kids with a single Stone Age tool. Progress is made by lazy people looking for easier ways to do things. So I tell you, be lazy and blow the competition away.
But we're kids.
No. You're engineers. You're architects. You're artists. You're designers!
Bill Carnahan of the Baltimore Gazette says Jason Reeves' performance as Mr. McCluskey will be studied for the next 100 years. It's that good.
Don't let the previous generation's expectations limit you. Don't you see? That's what you get with this software. And besides, it's free to students. So use it.
Mr. McCluskey, report to the headmaster's office. Mr. McCluskey, report to the headmaster's office immediately.
And wait till you discover the secret he's been hiding.
I have a confession, boys.
I have a confession. I'm not a real teacher. I'm kind of a software sales guy.
If you only see one Oscar-glomming art house film this year, choose wisely. Choose Mr. McCluskey's Method.
You're teaching me, Mr. McCluskey.
Now, in eyeshadow.
Again, if any of the viewers and participants have questions, feel free to comment down in the comment section. And if you have any concerns in the 2D drawings, just comment down in the comment section. You
Okay,
can now
so
proceed, Mr.
before
Marius,
we-
for the 3D in AutoCAD presentation.
Perfect. I'm happy that I can do that. So I will share my screen and I will spread my knowledge. Let's begin.
Let's
Okay,
begin,
so
sir.
previously I show you how to handle or how to manage the 2D part. And now I am glad to show you how it is the 3D part. So pay attention. Here I have tabs, I have ribbon areas that are the same and will remain the same. For example, this one and that one and all the taskbar here, which is located. So the edit, the view, the insert, the tools and draw and so on. But the only difference that we'll have now is that I will press here instead of dialing, instead of modeling. So voila, here it will appear all the commands that are for 3D. So let's have a beginning or a short introduction. So here I have a bunch of ribbon areas. I have for solid, for surfaces, for meshes, for UCS, for draw, modify, and visualize. So it is very important in order to draw a 3D object. I want to show you which is the principle. So which are the principles. So we can click on here on a new tab or a new template. We will activate the ortho command. We will disable these two parts. And now I want to present you this. So in the 2D plan, we have here, so we have the XY axis. It is obvious that we are now in the 2D plan. Let me show you. So I will create a short rectangle. So I'll create this rectangle. Okay, easy, nothing fancy. But now I have here the view cube, and I have a small button, a home button actually, or a home icon. It doesn't matter how you want to say it. And if I will click on it, it will appear here this rectangle on a 3D plan. So it is just a surface. But here it will appear from the XY, it will appear also the Z axis, which indicate us that we are in a 3D plan. So we are in the 3D workspace. And speaking about it, so here we have the home button, we have the home icon, and here it is the view cube. So the view cube is something very, very interesting because in the view cube, we have 26 viewpoints. So see, you have the top here. If you are switching, we have some arrows. We have the front. Switch again. This one, it will be the right. And in order to see again our drawing perfectly, go with the home button and press on it. But another trick, if you want to move this drawing, press or hold the mouse wheel and just move it. But now, if you want to rotate it, press the shift and the mouse wheel. And now you can rotate it in 3D. This is the beauty of the 3D workspace. Press the home button again. And as I said, we have 26 viewpoints. So this one are obvious. But here, there is, okay, so moreover, I will delete this one and I will create a box. So go here, or you can write box like every 2D setting. Create a surface and add a height. And voila, you have a box. Good. Now, let's see. So the box from the top, view top. For example, I want to see the box from this part. So I will go here in this little corner. And I see it from the other angle. Or I want to see it from this point, this corner. Here, or the other corner as well. But every time I will press the home button and our drawing, it will be much visible and much more clear. Speaking about this, I have here more options. So it is basically the same thing to see from the top, from the bottom, from the left, from the right, and so on. But the home button is perfectly similar with southwest isometric. So try to imagine this is southwest. If I want to see from the southeast, so from the other part, it will be automatically switch. And every position, it will be custom view. Press the home button again, and now you got. And here I have a little compass that I can rotate the drawing. Good. Home button again. Now you get the idea. And speaking about it, let's add a little material to be even much more clear. So we will go through the command mat browser open to add the material. And I will show you right away, because here we have, it's very important, I have custom visual styles. So I have the 2D wireframe, I have hidden, realistic, shaded with edges, sketchy, wireframe, and X-ray. I'll show you just a few of them just to make you familiar. So I'll place it first of all to realistic. So it is more realistic, as you see, but now let's add the material. And let's write, for example, here. And I have a bunch of options. Again, let's make it bigger to see it. For example, let's pick this one. It will be the automatical or it will be the most accurate representation compared to reality. So now it is on realistic, which is the name, so it is obvious that will be the most realistic one. Into 2D wireframe, it is the most workable way how to do it. Shaded, sketchy, it will be not just with one line, with many lines. It is like you are drawing with a pencil. Now, shaded, and now shaded with edges to see all the corners. So it is obvious that we have now a much better view, but let's remain like this. Okay, let's delete it. So I already showed to you how to use the box command, and now I will show you another way how to do a box. So go to the rectangle. So it is a 2D command, but you can use it also in the 3D plan. So we created a rectangle. Now let's add a height, and let's use here the press pull command. Select this area and drag it upside down. So it is basically two commands, but we combine both of them while we are using the box here. Okay, I want to show you a really quick difference between extrude and the box. But for this, let's go in the 2D plan. Let's go to the top. Another important thing, we will draw in the 3D space just, so pay attention, just when it is XY axis. That's it. We cannot draw in the XZ axis, for example. But let's draw now 4 lines, for example. Line of 200, let's say. Mouse wheel, escape, double click on the mouse wheel, okay, to be much more clear. Line again, starting from this point, the end point. 200, 200, and back from the starting point, or you can write 200 as well. Good, everything seems to be fine. Let's copy it, select all 4 lines and copy them. We have here 4 lines, but I want to show you another fact. Copy both again, paste it here, and select both and press the join command to have one single boundary, one single object. Now let's go with the 3D plan, and you get it. We will press the home button to be easier. And now I will use the extrude command in both cases. So extrude, select these lines, enter, and you see it is empty on inside. Compared to this one, and the command, it is not active. Extrude, enter, and I have now a solid. Let's have a better look. Shaded with edges. You see it is just the surface. Here it is an entire block. Even though we are going to properties, so select this one, go here properties or press Control 4, 3D solid. Compared to this one, Alt 2, no, I will select this one. It will be just the surface from extrusion. Compared to the press pull, so here it is a solid and it was a polyline, so one single object, and here it will be also a solid, even though there are 4 lines. So this is the main difference that I want to show you. So this is why I'm currently working much more often with the press pull instead of extrusion, because I don't need surfaces, I need solid objects. Speaking about surfaces, I want to show very quick how it is the surface network. So select the entire drawing, delete, and let's focus now, and let's go back in the 2D plan. Let's create another rectangle. Or better, let's create 2 lines. 300, escape. If it is too long, copy it, and move it here. Good. AutoCAD is active. It is perfectly a parallel and identical line. Home button again. And now let's go here at this side. But look, I said you before, we can draw just in the XY axis. Oh, here you can select also the parallel instead of perspective to be much more visible and much more clear. And another important step, for example, this is the home button, but I want that to be the home button. Right click, set current view as home. So now every time when I want to press the home button, it will be in this position. Let's undo this feature, Control Z, change again, parallel to be much more familiar. And here you see YZ axis. I cannot draw it, but instead I'll put here at the left, and I must change the UCS. So I'll go here at Tools, New UCS, and View. You can also make it from the keyboard. You can write UCS, and you can pick which point it is the best for you. Good, but the important fact, it doesn't matter if we are seeing like this from the top, so the perfect 90 degrees perpendicular view, or we are seeing from the 3D. For this time, when we are working in XY, it is perfect for us. So let's go to the Draw menu, Arch. Again, for the Windows user, you have something here, but for the macOS user, go here. This plan, top, Arch, and let's select, for example, 3 points. It doesn't matter. Endpoint, delete or deactivate the ortho command. For example, this and this. Now we have a simple arch. It is very simple. Okay, copy this one, select the reference point, and place it here and here. Good. To make it a little bit more interesting, select this part, drag it down, and the other one, drag it higher. I don't know. Good. And now let's use this command, surface network, or how it is written here. You can also write surface network. Enter, and let's read. Select curves or surfaces edges in the first direction. The first direction for us, this one it will be. Press enter. Select curves or surfaces edges in the second direction. So in the second direction now. Press enter. And here it is. And also, because it is shaded with edges, we have a much better view. Or we can go to realistic, but we need a material. But you made now an idea how it is to create a surface in AutoCAD. It is very simple, it is very useful, and especially when you are drawing something for a company or for your work, when you want to be 100% sure about what you are doing or if you want to show you a professionalism. Let's delete it, and enough with the talking. Let's start to draw. So let's create a new template to be a clear one. Activate this, and let's go to this folder. So the first piece that we have today, it will be this one. It is very simple. It is especially made for the beginners to show them how it looks like to draw in the 3D workspace. But let me show you. Now, as you saw it before, we are in the 2D plan, XY. You see, now Z, we are in the top view. Everything seems to be fine. We are starting now through a rectangle or through a box. But I advise you more now in this case, because we have this part, to start through a rectangle. So we'll start through a rectangle of 96 on 64 units. So keep it in mind, 96, 64. Let's go in the 3D plan. So rectangle 0,0. Actually, it doesn't matter too much. First dimension here, it will be 64 tab 96. Double click on the mouse wheel And okay, everything is perfect. And here inside of this one, we need to construct this little part. In order to construct this little part, we need to create a rectangle starting from here until this part. So until we reach the center of this circle. In order to do that, we have here a circle with a diameter of 16. So that means 24 plus 8, exactly a radius. So 24 plus 8. That means 32 units, and here in this part we have 20. So keep it in mind, 20 and 32. We are in the XY axis. It is perfect, rectangle again. As I mentioned, 32 tab 20 units and press enter. Here it will be our circle, a circle with a diameter of 16, as I said you before. So circle and construct from this part. From diameter 16, or it is basically the same to write circle and to write 8 units. So that means a radius of 8. Let's delete this one. Let's create some quadrant lines. So line, circle quadrant, yes, this green quadrant, perpendicular, enter, copy it. Okay, now select this part, trim, and here it is. Oh, and also this line too, why not? Trim. Okay, join command to be easier, or to be ensure that everything will be fine. And now the magic time. We will add a height or a thickness here of, guess how or how much? 16. So press pull. You can click on it or you can write it. Press pull. It will automatically detect this surface. 16. Enter. To be sure, let's change here into shaded with edges. Okay, and here it is. It is perfect. It is wonderful for our drawing and for our purpose. Change it back, parallel. Okay. Now, the next step that we will do is to build this part. So here in this part, we need to construct another rectangle, but we will use it, and we have here all the dimensions that we need. So 30 plus 34, so that means 64 units. And we will add a thickness here of 16. But for this one, we are not anymore in the XY axis. This one we must change. So we go here, and instead of this alternative with the tools UCS and View, we can go like this, UCS. So to change the origin, press enter, and now I'm able to reach or to put the origin wherever I need. In my case here, but to be sure that it is exactly the endpoint, press shift, right click on the mouse, and go here at the endpoint. I found it. The same thing, shift right click, endpoint. And now, oh, by the way, you can apply here the ortho command, and now we'll go up. And let's have a look. XY axis, perfect to draw our part. But I will show you now a little trick to be easier. So let's change it back into 2D wireframe. Okay, and now let's add this plan. So 30 plus 34, 64 units, and this one, it will be the exactly length of 64 units. So exactly the small length of this rectangle. Rectangle, starting from the origin, this is the beauty, because we will help it a lot with this origin. So 0, 0, and look, we are not drawing in the other plan, we are drawing in this plan. Okay, 64. Tab 30 plus 34, 64 again. Good. Now we need to cut from it, but first of all, let's explode it. So select it and press X, or just write explode, enter. And like a miracle, now we have, instead of one single boundary, we have 4 lines here. Good. So now we need to have here, we need to construct actually a rectangle starting from this point. If you can imagine a rectangle with the following dimensions, 20 and 30. Put it here to be much more obvious, rectangle. As I mentioned, 20, tab, 30, enter. I was correct. Yes, I was. And now let's draw a line. So line starting from this point until we reach the other one. Delete this one, enter, trim, or if I cannot trim, select the entire one and trim. Okay, select all these lines, this little one, join boundary, as I said you before, and let's add a thickness now, a thickness of 16. And to be even more clear, let's go here, shade it with edges. You see it? Press pull it, 16. Okay, here I have it. Good. For the next time, or for the next part, let's focus on this part here, this little part. So it is exactly in the continuing of this piece, and we have here a length of 40 units and a height here of 28. We will draw this rectangle first of all, but pay attention, we need to modify the UCS or the origin again. Not a problem for us. Place it like this, yeah, kind of. UCS. Shift right click and point. This one it will be shift right click and point and up. Good. Now we are prepared. Let's deactivate and let's go like this into 2D wireframe. Good. Now let's add our rectangle. Rectangle 0, 0 to start exactly, not here because the origin was moved, so we was tracked. Rectangle 0, 0. Good. Now that's what I was talking about. 40 tab 28. 40 units tab 28 units and press enter. Now our mission it is to cut from it, but we need to construct a circle exactly in the middle. So a circle with a diameter of 24 units. So circle and search from the midpoint. Yeah, this green triangle. Pay attention, midpoint. D from diameter 24. Select the entire drawing. Trim. Trim, no problem for us. Let's go like this. This part too. And let's have one single boundary. Join. Good. You guessed it. We will press pull it. We will press pull it with 64 minus 22. So that means 42 units. Press pull. 42. It is so easy, as you see. It is very, very clever, and it is very easy to apply. Let's go back. Here we need a triangle. We will construct from the beginning. We will construct a polyline. So here the XY it is perfect. Right polyline. Shift right click endpoint. Shift right click endpoint again, and for the final time. After that, escape or right click, enter. Good. We have one single piece for this time, and the thickness it will be, I suppose, yes, 12. Press pull, 12. Let's have a final view. Perfect. It is wonderful. And now to have one better view, or maybe I will show you one little and clever trick. So here you see we have many 3D solids. We have 4 of them. In order to do that, so go here at the union command. You can write it also. Select, enter. And now when I click on it, I have one single. To have a beautiful view, select one, move command, and place it a little bit further. And it will appear here all the lines that we were using. Delete them, and now it is one perfect and clean 3D solid. And let's add a little color for it. What do you say about it? So this one, it is red. We will go here at Met Open Browser. Okay, and let's write here instead of wood, let's write red. And I have here a bunch of red. For example, this one, double click on it and let's color it. And as you see, it is almost the same, but I need to have a perfect or a much better color view. So it is good. Let's move. I hope you were understanding this drawing. So let's move on. The next drawing that I want to show you, let's close it. It is this one. It is kind of similar, but it is more interesting to do. And the final one, it is the most interesting for this time because I want to show step by step how it is to work. Let's open a new template. You can close the other ones. No, don't save, don't save. Okay, let's focus here. Activate ortho command, disable the other command, and let's have now a short look. Or we can go here. Okay, now I want to show you. So here we will start again through this rectangle, or it is, in this case, we can apply directly a box command. So this box command contains these three dimensions, 98, 113, and 11. So I will try to keep it in mind. Go with the 3D plan, box. It doesn't matter if you are starting or not from the origin. Let's create the first one, 113, tab. The other one, 98 and 11. 98, you saw that it is blocked. So 113, tab, 11. See the other side? No, it is not good. Let's reconstruct it. It doesn't matter. In this way, we will learn much better. So 113, tab, 98, enter. The rectangle is prepared. And now we will go up with 11 units. Okay, and here it is. It's perfectly done. Let's move on. Now we will construct here the other part, so the other section here. For this time, you got it. You must, or we must, change the UCS. In order to do that, let's go back. Let's change here this plan. Okay, let's write UCS. Shift-right-click endpoint. Shift-right-click endpoint again, and let's go up. Oh, okay. XY axis here, perfect. What we must do. Here we need now this part, so this section, we have here another rectangle. So we must build actually another rectangle starting from this button, so the exactly button, 100 on 113. Good. Rectangle starting from the origin 0,0. Every time, just be sure that it is the good plan, just to be sure. 113, tab 100. Now let's add a thickness. A thickness of here 11 units, we will see, because if you are doing this measurements, so 98 minus 11 minus 76, it will be 11 here. Press pull, 11. Good. Let's have a look, just to be sure. Perfect. Change it back to be easier to be seen. Now, because we are also here in this plan, so if you can imagine, we end this here. So X, it will be in this way, and Y in this direction. We can construct not just this object, but also the other solid. In order to do that, let's go here and let's construct now another rectangle. A rectangle with, guess what? This a rectangle with the dimension 113, tab 63 units. So let's go here. Rectangle, endpoint, the same dimension here, 113, tab 63 units. Enter. Inside of it, we need to construct, or we need another rectangle. A rectangle to know where it is exactly this circle. In order to do that, we will construct like this. We have here 25. And in the other direction, we have 88. So we will construct a rectangle starting from this point here. Rectangle, starting from this point, 88, tab 25 units, and press enter. Now, from this point, as you imagine, we need to construct a circle with a diameter of 38 units. And here we need to have a radius of 25. So keep it in mind, diameter of 38 and radius of 25. So circle, like this point. No, it is not a good plan, as you saw. Pay very much attention because it will be tricky sometimes. Yes, this one it will be. D from diameter 38. Lock the screen. Okay, everything is good. Now here, fillet, air from radius 25 units. And boom, here it is. Now to be even more clear, I will show you something. Shade it with edges. Press pull. Okay, and I need to press pull it with 11 units. And here I need this hole to have 11. And you see, I don't have this hole. I will construct it, but it will construct like a 3D, or it is automatically a hole. And the beauty of the press pull is that the command, it is still active. As you saw, I draw the thickness of this one and I made also the hole. If you cannot make the hole, let's go back, undo it. Okay. 11. Okay. Go out. And let's use the extrude command. If you cannot find this one, select both. And now press the shift key and disable the other one. Enter. And look, I created another solid. But in order to delete it, I will apply another command, subtract command. Select this wall, enter, enter. And here it is. Now I have the hole. It is very obvious. It is very simple. And sometimes it is very, very helpful. Okay, let's move back. So here we need to construct the other part. It is simple in this case because we have from the bottom until here reach the distance. So we don't need the distance anymore. But we need to reconstruct this part, so to move the origin. So use yes, place it here. Shift right click and point. If it is not very clear, escape it, go back to the wireframe and try again. Use yes, shift right click and point. If you can't do it, let's try from the other side. So here it will be the X and here the Y. Good. Now let's make the other part. So right polyline, starting from the origin 0,0, start to draw it. Shift right click and point. Let's go back, shift right click and point. It is a very helpful, and you could gain a lot of time in this way. Or maybe I have not the activation of this command, but it doesn't matter. Middle intersection, let's try. Okay, and point back from the starting position. Enter or escape. Good. Now we have one single polyline. Sometimes it is tricky because maybe you are not reaching the perfect point. For example, yeah, here I need to adjust, or I need to construct another structure. But in our case, let it be like this because it doesn't matter now the exact point. I want just to show you how to the principle, how you can do it. So let's go here at the press pull and let's add a thickness of 11 units. Like this, 11. Good. Exactly here in this part, in this side, we need to construct the interior part. So this little tiny, or as you want to call it, piece. So we have here from one wall to the other, we have a 16, and it is and this dimension we don't know exactly, but we will assume it will be also 38 units. Let's go like this, and I will show you one little and clever trick. Let's change it here, and I will show you how the magic it will happen. Select this wall, and this one. Right click, isolate, hide objects. Boom. Now I have just this line, and it is much more easier for me to draw something. 2D wireframe. Now let's construct now. Okay, rectangle. See, I need here a new use yes. In order to do that, let's put them back. I show you how to do it. no hide, isolate, and object isolation. And you saw, even though we are in the 2D wireframe. Okay, use yes, shift right click and point. This one, it will be the axe. Again, shift right click and point. No. Oh, it automatically changed. It's fine for us. Good. Rectangle, starting from the region 0, 0. Oh, the region is not set, so we should zoom in a little bit more. Rectangle 0, 0. Okay, I can show you like this anyway because it is not a problem. So the distance, the first one, the first distance, it will be 38. And now let's make a little calculation. So I need 11 plus 76, so that means 87 units. 87, enter. Okay, and now because it is one single object, I will go to the press pool and I will use it. And I will extend it with 16 units. Enter. Okay, let's have a look. I forgot here to make this one, but it's not a problem. I will do it right away, or I can just skip it, or I will just undo it until it will be done. But I hope there is not an important way how to do it, but I will show you anyway. So select it, union, select it again, enter. Now we have one single object. I'll go fast because we don't have so much time left, so I want just to show you the principle. Let's color it, Met browser open. Our drawing was yellow pretty much. Let's write here yellow. Okay, and here it is. And especially on the color, you see, shaded with edges is one color, realistic it will be another one. So it depends very much on the visual style effect that you are choosing. So custom visual style, it depends very much on this one. Good. Now let's open and let's make the final piece of art. Good. This one it will be. If you have questions, don't hesitate to put them because I will answer to them after this final modeling. Okay, let's go here. Let's open a new tab. Change here, work like this. I recommend to you. Home button, and let's have a view. Good. Here we will start with this box. So again, a box with the following dimensions: 84 on 50 on 10. So keep it in mind. Box 0, 0 to start from the region. 50 tab, 84 tab. Go up. Enter. And let's go up now with, if you can remember correctly, 10 units. Be sure everything is fine, everything is good. Now, let's focus on this part. So it is basically another box, but first of all, we should change the origin. So we will put the origin like this. Here one, it will be the X, and in this direction up, it will be the Y. For this one, let's change the origin, and then we will construct the next box. So switch the drawing, as I said, if you cannot remember, press the Shift key and the mouse wheel, write UCS, Shift right click, and point, and place it exactly here to be correct. And up. Good. Everything seems to be perfect now. Now, let's construct the box. And as you guessed it, we have a box with a dimension 50 on 56 and the thickness 16. So box, we will start from the origin. So write 0, 0, first dimension 50, tab 56, enter. And let's add the thickness now. Let's switch the drawing. And the thickness here, in our case, so here it was 10, and here it will be 16. Okay, and here it is. Now let's focus on this side. It is better because we have here the XY axis. We can draw here in this plan also. So here let's construct the first rectangle. So a rectangle with the following dimensions. Here we have 70 plus the radius of the bigger circle. So that means 19. So let's have a little calculation. 70 plus 19, 89 units. And at this dimension it will be 74. So box, shift right click, and point. Okay, like this. 89, tab, 74, enter. Now let's add a thickness. Or maybe it's better to draw just a rectangle for this time because we can cut it. So rectangle, 0,0, no, rectangle, starting from this point, 89, tab, 74, 54 units. Okay, now it is the time to make another rectangle here, but to start from this point in order to know where it is this circle. So we have here 19 and this side 19 also. So we will draw basically not a rectangle, a quadrant. Rectangle, 19, tab, 19, enter. From this point, we will draw our circle. Basically two circles, a circle with a radius of 19 and a circle with a diameter of 19 units. So right circle, start from this point, 19. This one will be the exterior one. Circle, from diameter 19 units. Select this rectangle, delete it, and now let's trim everything here. But before doing that, let's add another line here. Basically, it will be a line which is starting from here. So line. Pay attention to the angle, as I said before, because you can match and point. Okay, shift right click, tangent to this circle. Okay, now it's that I wanted. Good. Sometimes we have some little problems when it comes to trimming in this part, but don't be discouraged. It is not the end of the world if you are making some mistakes. First of all, let's explode this. So X or right explode, it's up to you to have not one rectangle, to have 4 lines. And now let's start to trim. Okay, here it is. It is perfect. Now let's add the thickness of 13 units. But before doing that, select all the lines here and press the join command to be sure that you will have any trouble. Press pull it, 13. The command you see is still active. Go also here, and automatically I made the hole inside of it. And for the final part, let's construct here this little triangle. So this triangle has here a distance of 13 until we reach this point. So let's have a little calculation. Let's open the calculator. Don't be afraid to use it. 84, so this length, minus 16, minus 13. 55. Go back. And we will change the UCS because we need this side. So UCS, endpoint. Okay, let's put it like this. It is also the same thing. It's much quicker and easier. Good. And let's start to draw it. But let's start from the top because it's much easier. So go to the line, or maybe it's better to start through a polyline. So maybe it's best to draw another line here to help a little bit. Endpoint, and we have here 50. Okay, we have a line, Let's put it up with this thickness, the thickness of 10. Move, make sure you have AutoCAD active, and okay, and let's place the UCS here. Move the UCS only, so not to change. Okay, now this is what I was saying. Write polyline starting from the center. You can write also 0, 0, 55. Now let's go through the top. Shift right click midpoint for this time. So midpoint it will be. If you cannot reach, deactivate the ortho command. Or you can let it like this, and let's construct another line. 0, 0, origin change. I said to you, sometimes the AutoCAD 3D, it is tricky, but not impossible. So don't get discouraged. Shift right click midpoint and go here. Not midpoint, endpoint. Select these lines. Join. Object converted into one 3D polyline. This was what I wanted. And now let's add a thickness here, a thickness of 50 minus 20 minus 20, 10. Press pull it, 10 units, and it is not on the middle, it is obvious. Select it, and now move command and place it with 5 units in the left side. Now it is on the middle. Let's select now union command. Yes, now we have one single solid. Move. Those one, there are all the axes that we have. Oh, here I don't have this one. Let's put it back. Let's make the magic happen. Press split, select just this part. Okay, now I have this hole. Let's be sure now about it. Good. We selected, everything is fine. It is one piece of solid. Move it. Delete all of them. And for the final step, final step for this time, let's add a color. Our drawing is gray. We will do the same thing. So, matte browser open this command. And let's write here gray. You can select every color you need, or if it is a painting, or if it is concrete. Okay, this one seems to be good enough. Shaded with edges, and this one, it will be the realistic one. Okay, and our drawing now is complete. I hope the 3D part, it is more accurate to you now, and you can handle it in a very professional way. So let's go back now.
That was a fantastic and a well-informed presentation, Marius. So we have a question from Aditya Mishra. What is UCS command? And if I may add, what is the purpose of UCS command in 3D modeling?
So if I said you before, or if you noticed, I said you that in the 3D world, especially in the AutoCAD field, you need, in order to draw something in the 3D, you need to have the UCS specify on XY axis, because if you have here for example XZ axis, you cannot do nothing. You must have XY axis. So this is why you need the UCS, and you need to put there the UCS and to be 100% sure that everything it is good, because otherwise, I said you, it will take another plan, especially if you are using the commands for 2D, for example rectangle, circle, line. It will take another plan. So this is why the UCS is very important, and also sometimes it could be very helpful, as I showed you before today. You can start exactly from the origin, not just clicking at endpoint or midpoint or what point do you want. It is, you can write just 0, 0, and it will start from the origin. So this is the beauty, and this is how you can gain more time doing this command.
Now, this question is from Bishal Gurung. Can we create plane on any angle of the object using UCS command?
Yes, you can definitely. For example, I'll give you a short example. 1 month ago, I draw for a company. I draw a sink from the bathroom in a shell square. So it was a sink, very non-usual. In order to do that, I was changing the UCS, and I'm not joking. I was changing the UCS for over 30 times to gain all these shapes for the to have the shell. So to be a perfect shell format, if you can imagine. So this is why the UCS is very important, and it counts a lot if you're using the UCS in XY axis, because in that time you can draw.
And this question is from Anthony Maligat. How can you put hatch on 3D objects or surfaces?
The hatch on the 3D, it's a very interesting question, because compared to the 2D space, in the 3D it's another world, let's say. So in this world, we are not using with hatches anymore, we are using surfaces. So for example, I showed you the previous command, met browser open, for materials. So this command, it is very used also for the 3D solid, but also the surfaces. So if you remind from the beginning of my presentation, before drawing those 3D objects, I showed you how to make a surface in 3D. So how I was changing the 3D solid, this is the same how we will do with the surface. So just go with the Met browser open and go there, select the material that you want, and automatically, boom, you will have the surface with every hatch that you need.
Okay, so perhaps some of the students here aspire to follow a similar path or take a similar career as you. So this question is from Miss Angeline Jonicio. Would you mind sharing to us what you perceive to be the most challenging aspect when starting to learn AutoCAD design, considering that it involves innovative ideas, a lot of modifications, and design balance?
Oh, that's a very interesting question, actually. Well, what can I say? When I starting the AutoCAD, so my journey with the AutoCAD was 5 years ago, when I was still a student, and I was not an fully engineer, and I starting also from the scratch, from the exactly pieces that I showed you before in the beginning. So those 3D drawings. So I was very afraid not to have mistakes, and I started step by step. On this time, the YouTube was not so developed how it is today, and it was so hard for me, and especially for other colleagues, to learn something. But the most challenging aspect we were starting were that to understand the ideas, or how we can use properly all these commands. For example, the AutoCAD program is very complex, and you have bunch of possibilities. For example, instead of so I try to imagine. So instead of drawing one line and then to activate again the command, and to draw another one, or to draw one line, enter another one, enter, and then escape, you can draw directly a polyline. So you have a bunch of options in order to do something. For example, also this was an example in the 3D, in the 2D workspace. In the 3D workspace, as I showed you before, you can go with the press pool, which has a double function, also to add thickness, but also to make holes. In our case, you can go also with to make holes. So this one, it is the first possibility, and the second one is to apply the subtract command. So to have one solid piece in the other solid piece, and to select. So this one, it will be the first one from where we will cut, and the other one that we will cut, and it will remain this one with the hole inside. So I believe this is the most challenging aspect, to know which is the better application, or which is the best method to apply in order to gain time and energy.
Okay, so this question is from Miss Ana Crashel Rivera. Can you tell us why most of the people use AutoCAD even though there are many 3D CAD softwares?
Well, sometimes I post a story on my Facebook page that I will show you right away. That the AutoCAD is like the base. The AutoCAD is the most primitive program, I believe, a professional one, from where other programs such Inventor, SolidWorks, Fusion 360, and so on, inspiring or inspired from that. So this is why I believe the AutoCAD is like a solid stone for the foundation of 2D and 3D modeling, because the older users know that 50 years ago, for example, there was not computers, especially computers managed to draw things like this, especially 3Ds. It was like a science. It was like a science fiction movie. So it was something unbelievable. So this is why everybody was drawing on the desk with pencil and spent thousands and thousands of hours. Or if they are drawing something very complex on 2D, instead of just applying copy command, they had to draw again and again. So it took a lot of time. So this is why the AutoCAD was the foundation. Even though there are a lot of programs that are used today, the AutoCAD is still learned in a lot of schools, high school, and still the highest university in the whole world. I know they are also teach their other programs, but the AutoCAD, as I said, it is a foundation stone.
Okay, from Shadab Muhahid Mula, what is the role of 3D modeling in 2D projects? An example?
Okay, so the role of the 3D modeling is actually when we are using or when you are plan to design something. For example, if I need just to see something from the front views or the top view, okay, it is very simple. It is just a 2D. But if I want, let's say, to imagine something or to give to a customer a better view, for example, I have this external SSD, let's say, and my customer doesn't know what it looks like, and I cannot just give to him a rectangle like this. Okay, it is just a piece. Okay, I will give to him a 3D model that he can rotate it to see very clear which is the perfect angle, to have a better idea what it is all about, and which is most interesting in the AutoCAD software, but also in the other one, especially from the Autodesk company, is that you can export what it is a 3D model into a PDF. So in this way, everybody can see it also on email, also on another social platform.
Okay, so I think this will be my last question for you, Marius. As an engineering student, we are all aware that there are many available in the engineering field. What motivates or drives you to pursue a career as a design engineer?
The first thing that it must motivate you, it will be the sector, because trust me, when I was in the school or in the beginning of the high school, I didn't know what I wanted to be in this life. I know that I loved mathematics, I loved chemistry, physics, so I said, okay, so the info was not for me, the informatics, the medicine not, but I would like to do something in the engineering. And before 2 or 3 years to go to the faculty, I was starting to think more and more about this option. And after that, I was like, okay, it is nothing bad. Maybe I will love it. And after 2 months of the faculty, I started to understand that this is my dream job. I mean, to be an engineer. It doesn't matter in which domain. This is what I was made for, to be an engineering. So don't get discouraged. I know some lectures can be very boring in the faculty, or you can learn something that will not use anymore in this life. For example, I'm an electrical engineering. You can guess that my what?
Oh, nothing.
You can guess that I'm more addicted to the electrical domain. But on the other hand, my my faculty forced me also to study structures, to study buildings or other under the water mechanism. So I don't want it. I know that I will not use it, but this was my past or my destiny. I had to learn them also. So don't get discouraged, all you the young students. It will be good. It will be better. And after that, with the experience, also your salary will grow. So you have even more satisfactions.
Very well said, Marius. So that's very inspiring. So for those who are watching and those aspiring design engineers, I hope everyone got to take a note of that. So upon watching and engaging towards our workshop, I can infer that our viewers have totally comprehended the fundamental concepts about the basics in 2D and 3D modeling. So you may now share your screen to promote your social media accounts, Marius.
Yes, this is my social. This is my YouTube channel. You can find of every on my video if you are scrolling down. If you can see that there are also over 130 videos, and all of them are downloading. So you can see it also in the English language, and also for you who is from Romania, you can see it also in the Romanian language. Every video is made very clear, and I was focusing on just the beginners, but also for the advanced ones, in order to understand everything very perfect, because this was the reason that I started this channel. I was very frustrating some years ago, because I hadn't any solid material, and I wanted so much a channel like this to understand how easy it is actually the AutoCAD with some proper experience.
Again, if you are new to AutoCAD and want to learn the basics from 2D to 3D, subscribe now on Marius CAD and please do follow him on LinkedIn. Now we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude for your sharing about the basics of 2D and 3D modeling in AutoCAD. Let me call on Engineer Jomark Bakiran for the awarding of the Certificate of Appreciation for Marius.
Thank you.
Okay, so once more, Marius, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge, not only to Filipinos but worldwide.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so yep, let me share my screen. I'm trying. I'm learning geography now. I made a search on where Romania is. I'm seeing here, awesome country. And once more, before a few announcements. So I think a few hours or minutes ago, we announced that we will be giving away LinkedIn Career Premium and Learning subscription to those persons who are going to add new friends or family members to our Facebook group. So those winners are, congratulations to Shahira Abdullah. Okay, so also to JP Torico, to Grace Sapasap. Okay, so what you want is of course, here in Autodesk community, we advocate education, learning. So I'm sorry, we cannot provide the price of a Netflix subscription. Of course, the more you learn, the more you will earn. So this is what we will be giving away, access to LinkedIn Learning. And once more, let me reiterate, for those who would like to receive official Autodesk certificates, please subscribe to Marius CAD. Okay?
Thank you so
Okay, so
much.
that's a requirement. And to tell you more, Marius, actually, annually, yearly, there's a batch of new students, right? And
Yes,
they are
yes.
in thousands. So what I'm saying here is hoping you can be our sharer once more in the near future,
I
if
could
okay
I
with
could
you.
be your carer for several time in a year. So it doesn't matter for me. It is 100% a pleasure. Trust me.
Yes, because I think it would be unfair to the newcomers next year if they
Yeah.
would not be able to hear from you and subscribe to your channel. So that's the reason why. And yeah, curious to know. Some people are asking, what else can you share to them aside from AutoCAD?
So aside of except of the AutoCAD, my channel now started to grow more and more on other Autodesk products. For example, I have already two a playlist with the Autodesk Invent Fusion 360, and this is specially made for the beginners. And the other one, it is with Autodesk Inventor, and it is also specially made for the beginners. And I will start over, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 weeks. I will start also develop some professional series also for the mechanical. So all other worldwide students for mechanical, how to draw pipes, how to go radiators, and so on. So all the technical stuff that I learned, I want to provide to the entire world.
Okay, yep. So that's awesome and very exciting to hear from Marius. Also, we would like to know
I can see we're having technical difficulties here. We'll be back once Sir Joe Mark is with us again.
Until that time, don't forget, as my colleague said to you, don't forget to subscribe and to
Yeah,
see
subscribe
and to
to
get
Marius.
informed.
Yeah, we are very much grateful, Sir Marius, for you know for the learnings you have given us today. Thank you so
It was
much.
my pleasure. I hope that as much people saw this live, to can understand these drawings, and don't be discouraged. What I was presenting you today, there are also videos from my YouTube channel, or you can also see them here or on my YouTube channel. So it is up to you which one you prefer. Both are 100% the same.
Okay, I guess I'm back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, internet problem. So yep. Let me share my screen once more. So we may, Marius, we may invite you once more, possibly for Inventor or Fusion. So
Sure.
please stay tuned.
I
Okay,
will.
so yep. Uh, Let me formally share this for everyone to see. So once more, thank you so much, Marius, for spending your time being an inspiration to everyone else, mostly to young ones. Okay, so would like to share this digital certificate of appreciation from all of us here in Autodesk community for sharing AutoCAD 2D and 3D modeling. So once more, thank you so much. Uh, sort of
Thank you, sir. We hope
cyber, cyber
we'll
or
see you again.
digitally handing over to you this certificate.
Thank you so much for this certificate. I'm very happy to see it, and I'm kind of a little bit blushing already because I see it.
Your thoughts, Charles?
Uh, Jade, you have any closing remarks for Marius?
Thank you.
Thank you, Marius, again for sharing your knowledge about the basics of AutoCAD. We are very much lucky to have you here, and we hope that we can still do workshops like this in the near future.
We will do for sure, especially with other programs as well. For example, Inventor and Fusion 360.
Okay, so with that, once more, good evening, everyone. So, hoping we have been a blessing to you all. So, if we have been a blessing, please comment down Marius CAD. Okay, hashtag Marius CAD. Please comment down on the comment section if you're still there. So, I guess that's it. Looking forward to have you, Marius, on our next live stream. Once more, everyone, don't forget to subscribe to Marius CAD. Okay?
All right, I
Okay,
think we
so
are all good. Uh, we we thank you everyone for taking your time to join us here on the live stream, and I believe we have all learned something new today. And before we leave and end our live stream, I would like to acknowledge students from various universities and institutions who have stayed with us this far. Thank you so
awesome.
much.
Thank you for all of you.
Thank you so much and goodbye, everyone. See you next time.
So, here we are, in the glorious world of Autodesk. As you can see, I'm just a 2D guy living in a 3D world. Whoa! Not cool! Not cool! You see I'm filming here? Seriously! Where was I? As you can see, you can do just about anything with Autodesk applications. Why, just over there. The Revit boys are working on a lean building. And right here, inventors are designing a carbon exhaust for natural gas vehicles. AutoCAD troops are working on the electrical grid. Going hot! A 3D Studio Max team is making swarming nanobots. And the Maya guys, well, we don't know what that is yet. Artist. The point is, it can be a little intimidating getting the confidence and validation you need to prove to colleges and employers that you've got what it takes to cut the mustard. Oh no! Well, that, in a nutshell, is why Autodesk and Certiport created the Autodesk Certified User, the ACU, and the Autodesk Certified Professional, ACP, certifications. The ACU is the ultimate prize to go for when you finish your Autodesk training course and have about 50 hours of experience under your belt. Getting the certification ensures your knowledge is growing, your skills are professionalizing, and demonstrates that you're developing the marketable 2D and 3D capabilities necessary for a career in your field. And if you like the sound of that, you're gonna love the ACP. When you possess more advanced skills and can solve complex workflows and design challenges, then it's time to pursue recognition as a certified professional. That's right! Certification at this level proves you're ready for a career advancement! After you finish more Autodesk training courses and have about 400 hours of hands-on experience, then go for it! And in case you were wondering, for those at the highest levels of design, Autodesk offers the Autodesk Certified Specialist. The view is incredible up here. But rest assured, whether you're preparing for college or joining the workforce, there's an Autodesk certification out there waiting for you. And it always separates you from the competition.